I see more of it as they go through high school. Most of my experiences that I see from kids from middle school and freshman year are in the hallways, and it's the very sort of typical freshman and sophomore behavior, which is girls very, very, very dressed up, wearing all the same outfit, acting all the same way, with their very, very high, loud voices and lots of giggling. One of the maybe weirdest things that I've seen from high school girls now, as opposed to when I was in high school, is their mom being their best friend. When I was in high school, moms were not your best friend. You may have liked your mom, but your mom was your mom, and she laid the smack down, and she was not your best friend. She was the person who was looking out for your best interest, but you didn't know.
Are your parents together or divorced?
My parents are divorced. My dad moved to Arizona, and my mom was like a newly single woman who wanted to go out and kind of like be single. So all the parental responsibilities fell on me, and I would put my brother and sister to bed and feed them dinner and help with homework on top of obviously like my homework, and so just kind of took my social life away a little bit.
So how did that affect your junior high experience? Because that was about like 2 years after it all happened.
Junior high was really hard because I would have friends like going out all the time, and like that was the time when it was like, can you go to the mall tonight? Like, can your mom drive? And I was like, well, no, like my mom can't drive. Like, she has to either stay home and take care of my brother and sister, or she would be out with her friends. Out of 6th and 7th grade, I feel like I missed out on like social scenes and just like doing what 6th and 7th graders do, because all of those responsibilities had fallen on me. I couldn't just like leave my 5th grade and 3rd grade brother and sister home. Yes, I got really lucky that I turned out the way I did, because kids of divorce are usually drinking and into drugs and kind of go on the rebellious path, whereas I've always gotten good grades and motivated myself to just kind of be the person that I am today. So we fly out there, and after spending a week and, you know, falling in love with him again, we have to fly back here and have our hearts broken, like, without a dad. So even to this day, like, 8 years later, it's really hard, and it just breaks my heart.
How would you say the social scene is different from junior high to high school, and do you like it better or is it worse?
I don't think it's as cliquey as junior high, so I feel like you can be friends with a bunch of different people, and it doesn't matter what group of people they're in.
Would you say that there were a problem with cliques in junior high and not so much in high school, or is it the other way around, or the same? How do you feel about cliques and the difference from junior high to high school?
I think there's less cliques in high school. The only thing different in high school is that since there's so many people, it's like hard to like get a set amount of really good friends, because like there's so many great people here, but there's definitely less cliques in high school than in junior high.
Yeah, I don't think people feel the need to have one specific set of friends and ignore everybody else. They just are friends with whoever they want to be friends with.
Thank you, guys. Do you guys feel more pressure to focus on your physical appearance in high school? Did you feel pressured in junior high? Is there a difference? How do you feel about it?
I guess I feel like more pressure here because I guess there's more people and like just the way Indiana is, I don't know.
Okay.
Well, there's certainly like a lot of pressure with like, because like we're the youngest in the school, so it's like hard for us to make a better impression on like the older kids. So I guess it would be harder for some people to focus on their appearance more.
I guess I usually like to get stuff that like other people would usually wear because I like to try new things and just, yeah.
Do you guys feel that you are closer with your families now in high school? Or do you feel that you were closer with your families in junior high?
I feel more distant from my parents because of workload and all that stuff, because I don't have as much time to see them, but I feel closer to my brother who also goes to GBM.
Definitely in high school, like you're involved in more things, so you're not home as much, and like you're growing mature, like so you're breaking away from your parents. So I guess it's like farther away from high school.
Thank you guys. You guys have entered high school. Have you seen a rise in the number of girls who have eating disorders or who care a lot more about what they eat or who count calories? Has this kind of thing been very popular in high school? Have you seen it at all, or was it more of an issue in junior high?
Well, I thought it was more of an issue in junior high. In junior high, you'd see someone eat, like a tiny little bit, and then tell everyone they were full, and just walk away from the table. Yeah. And in high school, you don't really see that as much. Mm-hmm. People don't really care.
Why do you think that is?
I think people became more comfortable with their group of friends, and they got to know each other better, so they're more comfortable with themselves in front of their friends. Whereas in junior high, it was a little more touchy.
How do you think your relationships with your friends have changed from junior high to high school when it comes to having a lot of close friends or a lot of just or even cliques?
I think people found their cliques more in high school.
I think that people kind of are drawn to people of the same, type, and it's not that they're cliquey, mean, but you just would rather spend time with a certain group of people, and it just becomes a closer group.
And that's in high school or junior?
In high school.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, Lindsay, what's the main difference, would you say, between the social scene of high school and junior high?
In junior high, for me, I felt the social scene was never really stable. You never know who was going to be your best friend one week or not the next. And I had the same main group of friends, but it was never really all that stable at all. And in high school, I found a group of girls that I really liked, and I became friends with them, and I've been friends with them ever since, and it's a much more relaxed and laid-back style.
Relationship with your parents changed since the start of high school?
I think I've gotten closer with my parents. I've always been really close with my parents, and I think that now that I'm older and I've grown up a lot, I respect them more, but don't ever tell them I said that.
Do you watch what you eat?
I definitely do watch what I eat. I don't have a lot of time to exercise, so I know that I can't pig out because I don't know, I want to stay healthy.
And how long have you felt that way?
Probably since sophomore year. Because freshman year I was still really, really little, and I was, a little freshman, but sophomore year I started to realize that I can't be like that.
You guys have friends that drink or do drugs, and would you feel that if you're around them, you're pressured to do the same?
I have friends that drink, and sometimes I feel pressured, but I feel that if I do decide not to, then they're not persistent with it, and they accept my choice.
Would you say that boys treat you differently in high school than they did in junior high?
I think in high school I've had more friendships with guys. I think for my group at least, the people I hang out with, I've found that guys have been nicer, but I think that that's only happened more towards us being upperclassmen. I think underclassmen, I didn't really have necessarily a good relationship with them because I don't think that they really knew at the time. I think it was an awkward stage, they didn't know how to treat us, and we didn't know how to treat them.
Would you say that your relationship with your parents has changed since the start of high school?
My relationship, I think, with both of my parents has gotten a lot stronger because I realized that I can talk to them about more things because they went through the same things when they were my age. And I just think in junior high I was more secretive about things that were pointless about being secretive about, because all along they could have been helping me instead of me keeping it to myself. So as I mature, I realized that they could actually be a great help in my life.